Okay, welcome everyone to today's info session with Westcliff University. We're very excited to welcome Rima from the Westcliff University International Outreach, and also we have Doris here from the admission team, and also Rochelle will be here helping us address some individual questions. So Rima will be presenting on behalf of Westcliff University to discuss their program offerings and answer all of you guys' questions. So if you have questions during the session, please feel free to submit them into the Q&A session on the bottom of the Zoom. So our colleague Ava will be collecting these questions and we will try to answer as many as possible. If we don't get to your questions, or if you have any follow-up questions after today's info session, you can use the QR code on the left for the WhatsApp and on your right for WeChat to contact our consultants from Go Elites for some one-on-one consultations or inquiry sessions. Before we begin, let me introduce ourselves first. We're Go Elite, an educational consultancy based in Los Angeles in Pasadena. We offer a range of priority services, including Day 1 CPT applications, F1 visa reinstatement, or emergency transfer assistant, and also some of the change of status application guidance. Our mission is to help international students succeed in the United States. We're certified by AIRC, which is one of the most respected organizations here in the US educational industry. And our Go Elite just started launching this rewards program, basically to be more supportive to our international students community. You will be able to claim all sorts of different credits by logging into the rewards program system. As listed below, you will be able to get some credits for every individual activities you completed. And we also offering weekly immigration and education session based on the current um, political climate and administration. We all know we have a lot of updates probably every week. So it's going to be helpful for you to stay tuned to our YouTube channel and subscribe our free webinar series in partnership with SEVP registered DSOs, licensed immigration attorneys, and also recruiting expert and from former USCIS officers. And you can also check us out, find us on Google reviews. Currently, we have over 500 positive reviews. Feel free to check us out and other social platforms like Retinal, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and also Instagram. Okay, now without further ado, I will give the stage to Rima to talk more about Westcliff University and what they offer.
Thank you, Charlotte. I'm going to share my screen and we will dive into a little bit about Westcliff University. This is our main campus in Irvine, California. We are located on the fourth floor of this office. We have multiple campuses, which is our main campus is in Irvine, and then we have satellite campuses in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Miami, Orlando, as well as Dallas. We have a new one coming in New Jersey soon that's going to be launching as well. We're accredited with WASCHIA as well as ACBSP, so regional as well as global accreditations. Our main campus, which I said is Irvine. Irvine, if you're not familiar, we're, in California, about 20 minutes from Disneyland, about 45 minutes from San Diego and Los Angeles. Irvine has been awarded the safest city in America quite a few times. So it's definitely a great campus to be on. Lots of, tech companies around. So really check out the location as well. A few facts about Westcliff. As of 2025, we have 7,200 students enrolled, diverse population of 100 plus nationalities, so very diverse set of student population, a 10:1 student faculty ratio, so smaller class sizes, you'll be able to interact with your professors and your peers really well. Our MBA has been our #2 ranked program in SoCal. 89% of our students get job placements after graduation. So these are a couple of stats to give you an overview about our university. We have two main program formats. One is the weekly format where students basically come to the campus once every week. And then we have the professional format where students basically come to the campus on a weekend, which is on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the rest of the lectures happen online and the classwork happens online. There are certain regions in the US that are not eligible for the pro format. So to know more details about this, you can always reach out to either Go Elite or even your admissions advisor. Okay. I'm going to show you I'm going to play it on mute while I talk to you a little bit about the programs. So our Irvine campus, like I said, has all of our programs. It has the BBA, BSIT, BEd, MBA, MSIT, MSCS, MSCM, DBA, MAT Sol, as well as, a real program and EDU as well. So if you're looking for like a weekly format for any of these programs or a professional format, all of these are available at the Irvine campus. So you'll see this is roughly like what the classes look like. This is a little bit on, what the surroundings look like at Westcliff. So it's a really nice campus. If you're in California, in any case, I would highly recommend just come in and check it out. For our additional campuses, we have Santa Monica, San Francisco, Dallas, as well as Orlando and Miami. As you'll see here, we have specific formats on each of the campuses. So like weekly and professional formats are available at the Santa Monica campus. Professional formats are available in San Francisco, Dallas, Orlando, and the Miami campus. Okay. What really is the professional format? So professional format is like an asynchronous schedule where students come to the university once every weekend, where they have like 3 full day of classes, 2 virtual lecture meetings before and after the in-person weekend, which is a 3 hour each. The weekly, which is the online format, those are the classes that you have on a weekly basis, which are for 3 hours. The Irvine campus has all of the programs listed. The on-campus program, like I said, is a regular weekly format, which happens in Irvine and as well as the Santa Monica campus. And then for homework, we have the discussion questions where basically students need to make their initial post on a Thursday. And then they also have certain peer responses they need to make by Sunday. Overall, in terms of projects and papers, you will have weekly projects and papers to do, which need to be submitted in like the APA format, and the deadlines for those are on Sunday. So very manageable schedule in terms of like homework and classwork. It's something that you will be able to accommodate in both of the formats that you decide to choose between. Now, for master's and doctorate program, you'll see all of the stuff that's in yellow are the colleges. So we have multiple colleges. Everything that you see under yellow are like the main degrees, and all of the stuff here in white are the concentration. Everything that's denoted with green are the STEM specific courses. So you'll see that a lot of STEM courses under MBA as well as most of the courses in DBA are STEM courses. So feel free to reach out like if you need additional information on any of these, but we highly recommend most of our international students, of course, choose STEM courses for CPT and OPT options. But if you're interested in the other programs as well, feel free to reach out and we can share more information with you. Okay. Now, let's go into how you can apply. It's a pretty simple process. We recommend that you go through the Go Elite portal. So reach out to that team and, they will share the details with you on how you can make the applications. You will require your passport as well as your diploma and transcripts. For graduates, you will need a 2.5 GPA, and even for DBA, you will require a 2.5 GPA. For English proficiency, we do accept MOIs, but we also accept several other English proficiency exams. So apart from TOEFL, IELTS, and Duolingo, there's a big list of exams that we accept. You can always, discuss that with the GoElite team and they can share more details with you. A very interesting factor is you are not going to require GMAT, GRE, or SAT scores for your application purposes, and we'll send you like a detailed checklist of like all of the documents that you can refer to in terms of making the application. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. Oh, sorry, my bad. So it's pretty straightforward in terms of the application process. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, now coming into tuition fees. So like I said, there are two formats. One is the weekly on-campus format, and then the other is the professional format. For masters, if you do decide to take a yearly load of 18 credits, you can do that course. If you do the weekly format, the tuition fees is going to be about 14,742. And then if you do decide to do the professional format, it's going to be 15,390. For the doctorate program, you need a total of 60 credits. If you do decide to do the 18 per year, you're able to get the on-campus for 16,326 and the professional format at $16,920. Okay. Now, monthly payment plans as well as, semester-wise tuition payment plans are available. So don't feel like you need to pay, a big amount at one go. You can divide that payment and we can, share more details with you on how you can do that. But that option is available for you to choose from. Okay. Now, housing and living expenses, when you come to California, the expenses roughly for a year are about 20,000. In terms of housing, we'll, support you with certain resources like you'll see homestay matches and USS. You can also look at Facebook Marketplace to find the right kind of accommodation around the campus. So those options will be shared with you. Now, if you do decide to do like an accelerated program and take up more courses in one semester, you have the option to do that as well. Okay. For scholarships, we have multiple scholarships available for students. Up to $10,000 of scholarships are available. So we highly recommend you check the website. I'll navigate a little bit for you so you can see it. So the first step is going to be having like the minimum GPA for your scholarships. So between like 3 and above is usually the range. You will then draft an essay for up to 350 to 500 words where you will basically, answer this particular prompt in terms of why you want to kind of pursue this degree. And then you will attach the additional documents, whether it's resumes or any kind of awards that you won. This is really recommended that you do that. Once you've attached all of these additional documents, you will make a separate application on this particular link. Okay. Once you've done that, feel free to like check out what the dates look like in terms of, there's deadlines for every all of the scholarships. Those are listed here. So navigate this page and, you'll be able to kind of see that you are going to probably be eligible for more than one or two scholarships. So we highly recommend make multiple applications. Feel free to apply for multiple scholarships. You can even apply for a scholarship after you've been enrolled. So look at it, read on it, and, feel free to reach out if you have more questions on it. Okay. A very interesting factor about Westcliff is CPT and OPT. So to talk a little bit about that, I'm sure you guys are familiar. CPT is basically once you've enrolled in a program, you are able to start your CPT from almost day one, I would say, for our bachelor's, master's, and doctorate students. Once you've kind of registered for an additional credit course, you can choose your CPT either full-time or part-time. Full-time is usually 40 years, part-time is 20 years. For OPT, you are eligible for OPT once your education is completed. So once you've graduated, you will be able to get 1 year of OPT. If you take a STEM course, you will get additional 2 years of OPT that will be eligible for you. Okay. OPT can be taken once per degree level. So this is an important factor. Say, for example, you've taken OPT already in your master's. You can only do that when you are applying for your DBA program. Okay. If you do decide to do a second master's, you will not be able to take your OPT. So again, reach out to us. Let us know if you need more information on that. You can take OPT either full-time or part-time. Both of those options are available. Okay. Now, a little bit more about CPT. CPT needs to be approved by the university DSO per semester basis. So make sure that you're looking at the deadlines when you're applying for CPT. Make sure that you're doing it way before time and all of the documents are submitted. Now, while you're doing your CPT, you are going to be made to enroll yourself into an additional program for 1 credit. Once you've done that, make sure that you've submitted all of the documents and everything is related to your degree. So wherever you're working, it should be related to what you're actually studying. And this will be basically an online course that you can complete as you're going through along with your regular classes. Okay. CPT, again, can be taken either part-time or it can be taken full-time. Anything about 20 hours is considered to be full-time. Anything that is in the 20-hour week is considered to be a part-time CPT. Okay. Again, additional information, if you need more assistance on this, feel free to either reach out to the Go Elite team or even to your admission advisor. To help you with your CPT, we do have the career services team. This team is absolutely amazing. They will help you with like your workshop and any kind of like guidance you need in terms of your LinkedIn, in terms of like, building your resume. We have 66 partnerships for CPT and OPT, so they'll help you find the right kind of internships. I would say roughly the average salaries of graduates from Westcliff University has been quoted at 87,500, and some of the students even go up to over 100K. So it's really great in terms of the opportunities that are available for you to choose from. We have partnerships with companies like Siemens, California Bank, Sony, and a couple of other companies as well. Okay. Now, diving into enrollments. We have 6 enrollments, pretty much an enrollment coming up every 2 months. The next coming deadline is going to be for the spring session, which is January 5th. The deadline for that is going to be November 24th. So if you're looking to kind of immediately enroll into the next cycle, you should look at probably spring 3. For timelines, how it usually works is you will make your application through the Go Elite portal. You will have an admission advisor that will get attached to you. This is again a very important aspect. There is going to be a human that will get attached to your profile. So, you can talk to them, you can email them. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to them. So a lot of other universities usually now all have AI. We still have we have AI in certain systems, but we definitely have a human that gets attached to you. So it's really good when you want to kind of, ask any questions, or if you want to reach out for any kind of advice, you can always do that. Okay. You will get an application portal on your application. So make sure that you're accessing that portal and you're seeing if any documents are missing or any of those things. Everything of in terms of your documents will reflect in your portal. Okay. Once you've done your application, it will go into the second bucket, which is the admissions bucket, where your transcripts will be evaluated. There will be an advisory session that we will request you to attend with your admissions advisor. This will really help you in understanding what the next set of steps are going to look like. You will receive an acceptance letter, so you will be able to see all of this on your portal. Once you receive an acceptance letter, you will then go into the next bucket, which is the I-20 document bucket. I always suggest students that even though they are in the process of application, they should start collecting like things like their bank documents and sponsor documents and any of those additional documents that you will require in your I-20 stage, so that you're preparing in advance versus everything happening at the last time. So try and do it in advance. Once you've completed a request form for your I-20 and attached all of those documents, you can submit all of that on your portal. Once you do that, you will receive the I-20 on your portal itself. Okay. Now, in terms of service transfer, because if, say, for example, you're transferring from another university or any of those things, remember that you need to have like at least a 1-week window prior to the start date to submit all of your service related records. Okay. So refer to the previous institution, make sure you're transferring all of those documents, in a timely manner, and you're doing it in the right process. And at any point, you need any advice or any support, we're there to kind of, guide you through that process as well. Once your service transfer is done, you will go into the enrollment bucket. This is pretty much like the second last stage, where you will get all the registration forms. You will deposit your tuition. If there is a CPT you kind of want to enroll into, you can do that. You will communicate with the student services department. And of course, have an advisory session if you need further counseling. And then once all of that is done and your enrollment documents are submitted, you will then finally enter into the registration, which is attend a final NSO 2 weeks prior to their start date. And then you will be able to start your program. Okay. Now, a quick recap, because I think I spoke a lot. So let me just quickly recap of all the things. Number one, affordable tuition. So payment plans are available, scholarships are available. If you do decide to take multiple classes, you can do that as well. Attractive location. Irvine has been awarded the safest city in America quite a few times. Multiple campuses to choose from, so you can decide what campus you want to be at. We have CPT and OPT options available. For STEM particular programs, you can get up to 36 months of OPT, which is like additional 2 years. So it gives you enough time to figure out, your plan in the US. We have flexible schedules, so like 6 start dates, like every 2 months there is an enroll, so feel free to kind of look at those dates. For our master's and bachelor's programs, like I said, accelerated programs are available. No GRE GMAT is required, either on campus or professional formats. Both are available for you to choose from. And that's pretty much it. If you have further questions, reach out to the GoElite team, put your questions in the chat. And my team, Doris is here as well, Rochelle is here as well. We're all from the admissions team at Westcliff. We'll be happy to, answer your questions and support you further on this journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rima, for your wonderful presentation. You did cover very comprehensive information. Okay, I'm going to share a screen of our current Q&A questions. So, thank you again, Rima. Now we're going to jump right into the Q&A section, and we have already collected a few questions. If you do have any question right now, please don't hesitate to type them into the Q&A section right now. We will be answering them in the order they're received. If we can't get to your questions right now, we'll say by the end of the webinar, don't worry about it. You can always scan the QR code on the left side for the Chinese WeChat and the right one for the English consultation on WhatsApp. So rest assured, all of your questions will be addressed. We will be our GoElite team will be able to provide one-on-one answers to your concerns as well. Okay, without further ado, let's start our questions. Look at the first one. For the admission into the DBA program, do we require or mandatory to have an MBA first?
Thank you for having us again. I will be here mainly answering those questions. And here we also have our very own DSO, our executive advisor, Rochelle here, and then here to assist with questions regarding to the status or any other questions students might have. So for the first one, the MBA is not a mandate requirement for applying for a DBA, but however, a qualifying degree, so master degree is required for applying for a doctoral degree level program. So if you previously have completed any master level program or any program equivalent to the U.S. master, yes, you can apply for our DBA program.
Thank you so much, Doris. So MBA basically is another master level program, like
Mhm.
Doris addressed. If you've already had other majors in master, you're more than welcome to apply for the DBA. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I already have a master in computer science. Shall I do an MBA from Westcliff?
Well, that's really up to the student. If you want to do another master program, yes, you can consider MBA because MBA is really a broad program. And we, Westcliff, all offer many concentrations, STEM concentrations available. If you're interested in applied AI and business, we have that available with our MBA program. So that would be a really good choice for you if you're looking for a second or another master program.
Thank you, Doris. That's a very good point. So MBA is not only related to business. Actually, Westcliff would do offer more than 10 concentrations under the MBA program, for example, like computer science related or even AI or IT project management. So it could definitely be a good option for you, but you need to make sure that you apply for this before the DHS rule release, let's say get finalized because um as we all know, probably the Department of Homeland Security released a bunch of proposal. They're going to prohibit international students from doing the second master here in the U.S. If you want to get more information, please don't hesitate to reach out to your designated consultant at GoElite to get more information of the most recent release of the DHS proposal. Okay, let's move on to the third question. As someone on STEM OPT, how do I transfer to CPT? And if it's expiring next year, September, how soon am I supposed to join a master or say a doctoral level program? I have done my master in 2023. So considering all of this, what would be the best option? Thank you.
Yeah. We currently don't have an fall one or fall two session started available on our application portal yet, but I assume they will be around August 31st. That will be the first session available for fall 2026. If you are having that STEM OPT expiring in around September, you can either choose fall one session or fall two session. For this year, we have fall one starts September 1st. We have fall two starts on October 27th. So just give you an idea that what it's going to be like for the next year. That will be the similar session start day for the next year for 2026. If the student is looking for another program, we do have a lot of master programs. We do have doctoral, our DBA program available. That is a SEVP approved program for international students. We don't have PhD program available. So at this moment, if only looking for a doctoral degree program, you can only apply for the DBA. But we do have STEM concentrations offering with that DBA program. For applying, we will recommend you if you determine to start from September or around October, try to apply at least 6 weeks before that session start day. Um, you don't have to submit your application like this early. You can wait until probably spring, like March or April, and check on our application portal and see if we have that session start is available, and then you can apply. So the application deadline will always be 6 weeks before that session start day. So that way you can have an idea like when would be the best time to apply. And if you're searching for multiple programs, don't submit multiple applications. So I would still recommend you, if you want to do master, just submit the application for the master. If later you change your mind, you want to go for the DBA, let your admissions advisor know, and then we can change the program for you on our end.
Thank you so much, Doris. This is a very broad question, and you addressed it in a very professional way. By offering students, we do have very flexible intakes, and just bear in mind that the application deadline is always going to be 6 weeks prior to your desired semester start day, and you can always like reach out to Go Elite to ask more detailed questions. Okay, thank you, Doris, again. Let's move to the next question. Can I change campus after enrolling in a program?
Yes, you can. So we always have students will relocate to another state. If you want to change the campus, you can request a change of campus request after your enrollment. But you have to stick with that campus. You cannot switching campus to campus. So because it will involves in a CVIS record transfer process as well. So if you determine you want to change that campus, submit the request in advance, and then later be sure to contact your international affairs advisor, letting them know that if you got approval for that change campus request, they have to transfer your CVIS record to that campus.
Thank you, Doris. Let's say if a student they enroll to urban campus for 2 semester and they realize, oh, now we have a new campus in Texas. Is there any deadline for them to send out the transfer request?
Yeah. Deadline, well, if you want to change it in the session, then probably no, because that it has to be submitted before the ad drop deadline, right? So I'll say if you change your mind in the middle of the session, you can submit your request for switching the campus from the next session.
Okay, thank you so much, Doris. Let's move on to the next question. Based on the recent proposed F1 visa changes, Day 170 second master degree might be not be allowed, but not sure when will this take effect. My OPT will end in June 2026. When should I enroll in an MBA program? Can I do summer 2026? Well, I think this is a really good question, but the problem is that even very professional immigration attorney wouldn't be able to predict when the current administration is going to take effect of their current proposal. So I think I want to give this question to Doris. This is highly unpredictable. And as we all know, the current administration is kind of capricious, and you can never predict when they're going to finalize it. But this is currently under they're reviewing the public comment, and if you plan to do a second master, I would advise you to apply for it earlier than next summer. Okay, next question. Following up the question, if I enroll earlier before that rules gets approved, what are some repercussions? Will this rule affect pre-enrolled students? Can lawyer be back to this claim? Doris, would you like to share some insight upon this question first, and I can always add on.
Yeah, I totally understand the students' concerns. I know we have that a lot, concerns or similar questions asked by our current students as well. But again, this rule is not official yet and nothing has been changed. If we are going to have any changes, the school will officially announce it to the student. So we'll address the issue and how to proceed and let the students know. At this moment, I don't have an update for that because this is not official yet.
Thank you, Doris. So basically, it won't affect the rule since it's not official yet. It won't affect the current F1 students who've already been doing a second master. So if you want to like enroll it right now, it definitely won't affect you because there's no specific rule stipulating about like CPT and the DHL proposal. Yeah, sure. Feel free to scan our QR code and to contact our consultants as well. Okay, next question. Follow-up questions Goily recommended we can apply now and defer the admission to later stage. If the new rules gets approved, can we still join the program or it might not be allowed?
That will be the similar answer I could give to the last question the student have. Um, well, if it really depends on you, when or is the intake that you want to start your program, right? If you feel like this is early for you, then always you can defer, let your admissions advisor know, and then you can defer to a later available intake. So just be sure to contact your designated admissions advisor if you have applied.
Thank you, Doris, for letting the student know there are the offers on the table from admission team. Very supportive. But I would highly recommend you to prepare in advance for the students to decide like what is your true desired semester start day. And yes. Let's move on to the next question. What's the difference between the stackable DBA and the traditional DBA? I have a couple of students ask a similar question while they're in the process applying for DBA, and it seems like they're having a little trouble understanding what's the difference between those two options.
Yep, I can see the student who asked this question have done their research. So at least they went through our webpage on about the DBA program. So on our official website, regarding the DBA program, on the same webpage, we have that stackable DBA program information listed on that webpage. So at this moment, Stackable DBA is only offering either online or at Irvine, the main campus. So if you're an international student, you cannot do fully online. So the only way to be participating in the Stackable DBA is selecting the campus in Irvine. Other campus don't have Stackable DBA available. But Stackable DBA and traditional DBA, they are the same degree program and they are in same length, so the duration will be the same, 3 year plus 1 semester. The cost will be the same. There's no additional tuition or fees for the stackable DBA. The only difference is if you are participating in the stackable DBA, you will have to follow the class schedule in a certain sequence. You will only take the core courses focused in business administration in the first year in order to get that doctoral certificate in business administration after completing the first year of school. And then the second year, you will take the concentration courses that you selected in order to get the second doctoral certificate in that concentration you selected. And later on, if you finish the remainder of the course, completing the dissertation, then you'll be graduating with that doctoral degree. So basically, Stackable DBA will give you 2 additional doctoral certificates, and that's the only difference.
Thank you, Doris. This is very comprehensive and informative. I hope Doris answered your question. Next one, I already have a master from the a US university. Do I still need the English proficiency test score?
No, so Rima covered that in the previous slides. If you are in the US and previously completed a qualifying degree, you don't have to submit any proof of English proficiency.
Amazing. Okay, next one. Do I need to pay for CPT every semester?
Yes, you do. And you will have to renew your CPT semesterly as well. So, well, the CPT course fee will be one credit hour for each semester. So if you're participating CPT in that session, or in that semester, then you will be charged later, once your CPT is approved, and then you will pay either one semester credit or half semester credit, depends on which session you're joining to Westcliff.
Thank you. So basically, what Doris is saying is that a cooperative practical training, uh, curriculum, sorry, curriculum practical training is going to constitute one extra credit hour each semester. So the tuition is just going to be charged every semester by one extra credit. Okay, thank you. Next question. If my employer is not willing to sign the CPT agreement, is there any alternative document they won't sign any agreement with internship wording?
Okay, so we do have students and asking the similar questions. The cooperative agreement is one of the required documents. If your employer or your manager, HR department are not willing to sign on that form, we have an CLO form available. If you've encountered that, just let your the designated admissions advisor know, then we can send out an alternative form to you and see if they're willing to sign on the other one.
Thank you, Doris. By letting students know there are alternative existing, so feel free to apply for it, then you can have another conversation with your admission advisor. Okay, next question. What is the minimum credit yearly I need to finish for a doctoral level degree to maintain my legal F1 student status?
Yeah, so if students probably already know, the students at Westcliff don't have to register their own courses. We will have the registrar schedule the courses for students. And when you sign your enrollment agreement, you're already selecting the credits that you want to take for that semester. Basically, for doctoral students, you are taking 6 credits per semester if you're joining in the first session. So each session you're taking one course, and a total of 3 credits. That does not include CPT. So if you start from the very beginning of the year, you should be able to complete 18 semester credits per academic year for doctoral student, and same applies to master students.
Thank you. Let's move on to the next question. What is the latest time I can apply for CPT?
Um, CPT, well, you have to get enrolled first, and the latest time I would say is before the ad drop deadline for that session. So if you are looking for the specific ad drop deadline for that session, contact your admissions advisor and they can let you know.
Yeah, like Doris addressed before, Westcliff, we do offer very flexible intakes. We have 3 semesters a year, which are spring, summer, and fall. Each semester there are 2 sessions, and each session you will have like a opening window to apply for this authorization. So yes, please submit an application and contact your admission advisor. Okay, next question. Any discount if I previously already finished a master degree at Westcliff?
This is an alumni or returning students. So yes, definitely we will offer 20% discount on the tuition and a waived application fee for Westcliff returning or alumni students. And then when you apply, be sure to enter your WU, the Warrior ID code, and also your WU email address. So that way we will be able to know that you're alumni, and then that the discount will be applied to your tuition automatically. And then the application fee will be waived too.
As in the chat box, it seems like. Doris has been out of line for a second.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
Hi,
can you hear?
can you hear me?
Okay, perfect. I can answer that question again. So yes, so the student have to um, alumni or a returning students will have 20% discount on their tuition and waive the application fee. Ensure to when you apply to put your warrior ID, your WU email address on that application, so that way we can recognize you as alumni, and then that rule will waive your application fee and they'll apply that 20% discount on your tuition for the new program.
Thank you. That is a great news. So next question, can I work as a nurse if I go to DBA program?
Mm, I don't know if your job duty involves any any business administrative or managerial duties. It will really depend. So one thing you will be able to tell by yourself is to check on the DBA cooperative agreement. We have that available on our official website. Just go to university forms, scroll down, you will see the cooperative agreement for each program. Click the one for the DBA and check on the and probably the second page or the last page of that cooperative agreement. There are some boxes listed on that agreement. If your job duties make you check at least the one box that's listed on the form, then I think you should be good. But again, just check that before you apply. If you cannot check any boxes, probably this does not align with your career or with your current position.
Thank you so much, Doris. We only have around 3 or 4 minutes to go. It seems like we still collected a couple of questions. So, thank you again, Doris. You're being better than OpenAI, being more efficient. Let's just keep going. How many days it usually takes to get the CPT approval in the I-20?
That will depend on how soon you enroll, how soon you submit your application for the CPT. Normally, it will be 7 to 14 business days.
Thank you, Doris. Next question. If I decide to drop the programming halfway, will I be able to get a tuition refund?
It will depend on when, all right? We have that refund policy listed on the enrollment agreement, so you can feel free to check that.
Thank you. Next one, what are the specific scholarships available for international students?
We have that scholarship available on the website. Goldie can share that link with you, and then if you scroll down, you will see all the scholarships available.
Yeah, we do have this email template. Feel free to reach out to your consultant. It's mainly merit-based. If you have like a really excellent professional background or previously have a really high GPA, you're more than welcome to apply for it. Next question. Thank you so much for this webinar. May I ask if any work related to field of study can be approved for CPT? This is a very broad question as well.
Yeah, so I'll recommend you talk with a Go lead, a consultant, and then talk with your admissions advisor. We are happy to assist since that will be a question, a specific question to you. So yeah, do reach out.
Yeah, we do need to know what is your job responsibilities. So next question, can CPT be approved under two part-time jobs related area with the study or curriculum design?
Yes, you can. So you can either apply two part-time CPT or one full-time CPT and one part-time CPT. Two full-time CPT are not allowed at the same time.
Thank you, Doris. I have been working as a teacher on H-1B visa since 2020, which expires in June 2026. Do you offer a EDD program with day one CPT? Could I like work full time from day one? If so, what is the in-person requirement? Could I do it and work in Chicago? Thank you.
Of course, yes, you can. We have that EDD program available, and practical learning experience is built with that program. So yes, you can work full time from day one, and in-person requirement will be the same for other master or DBA programs. It will be 3 days every semester.
Oh, thank you, Doris. I think the student's concern mainly is if he's living in Chicago while EDD is offered in Irvine campus and also another one I believe is Miami campus.
Miami, yeah, Miami, you can go for the professional format.
Oh, that's amazing. So basically, if you pick the Miami campus, you will be able to attend the in-person class once per semester, but it's going to be a very intensive weekend. Basically, three consecutive days, half a Friday, entire Saturday, and half a Sunday. Thank you, Doris. Next.
Um,
Oh,
I think EDD program is only offering Irvine campus at this moment. There's no Miami campus
oh,
available.
thank you for the clarification. So they will still be able to do the professional format in urban campus.
Yes.
Sure. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, I have a STEM mobility
Oh,
expiring.
there's not professional for my sorry again. Yeah, it's weekly only.
Oh, okay. So if you live in Chicago, it's gonna be really hard for you to travel to Irvine in Southern California every single week. So, yeah, we have the information here. Feel free to make your own decision. Next question. I have a STEM OPT expiring in May 2026. What would be the best time for starting my CPT application with Westcliff University, and when do I need to start my applications?
6 weeks prior to May session start date, so that would be the best time for you to start application.
Thank you. Last question. Hi, any credits for master will be transferred to DBA?
Yeah, it could be possible. Then submit your official transcript and we will do the evaluation individually.
Thank you. What is the maximum credits they will be able to transfer if they have some eligible? Uh,
Oh, so master cannot be transferred to DBA. Okay, so you have to have a same degree program, can be transferred. So master can transfer to master. Master cannot transfer to a DBA program. So if you want to do DBA transferable credits, you have to previously took the doctoral degree program. So if you have master, probably no. But it can help you waive some prerequisites for the DBA.
Thank you so much, Doris. That will be all of our questions for today's info session. Thank you so much for Rima's presentation, for Doris' support, and also for the DSO Rochelle's participation. And I'm going to end the info session. Hope everybody will have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.